I believe that according to predictions, according to what's predicted, we eventually will be able to get a hold of everything, to get like a grip on climate control, and probably restore a lot of things on our own that had once been wiped out. And sort of re-beautify the world, more than it already is, or I guess after some of it had been decimated or wiped out. Wow. Beautiful night. Beautiful night out. Yeah, I just can't get this. I can't get the trees. I'll have to find a better nighttime camera setting. But they're definitely illuminated by the moonlight, looking a little like props. Really beautiful. And so yeah, with regards to what I'd been saying about plants earlier, you've just got these large sort of creatures like going about a whole set of dramas that we, previously hadn't realized they really engaged in. Alright, because it's so dark, instead of walking by the coast, by the shore, I'm gonna actually go into where there's some light, because I'm having a really hard time seeing at night. I'm like overdue to get a new prescription. And I lost my glasses. I lost my glasses a few months ago. And so I noticed it's just a little bit harder to see. But thankfully the prescription had been expiring right as I lost them anyway, so I wasn't wearing them, which is kind of how I lost them. Like I wasn't really looking after them the way that I used to. So yeah, it's because I wasn't using them to see anymore, because the prescription, like my prescription changed. But yeah, a little bit harder for me to see in the dark. Oh shoot, there's not even really enough time to cross. Drivers are pretty nice here to pedestrians. They'll usually just let you by if you're like, if you're a pedestrian, like regardless of whether you have the right of way or they do, or really what's going on. Like people tend to stop and like let you walk by, like very often here. It's definitely a kind of laid back vibe. Okay, these trees right here are around the height that I'm used to back in New York. They're right about as tall as what you can see that's illuminated. Just maybe like 30 or 40 feet. Just like very safe, friendly sized trees. Trees that you don't have to worry about if you're alone at night. Like out in the woods. But yeah, I would say Hilo's about a 6.5, going back to walkability. Like they got bike lanes. I feel like they've got bike lanes just about everywhere. They have actual sidewalks. Oh man, Georgia! Wow, Georgia's not pedestrian friendly at all. There are almost no sidewalks. Bike lanes only much closer to the city, like in Buckhead. Much closer to Atlanta, there's some bike lanes. But in general, if you have to walk any place in Georgia, you're basically just walking on a dirt road. I hear people do a lot of walking around between neighborhoods over in California as well. So I'll have to ask someone here from California whether oh my gosh. It's completely dark on camera. Alright, I definitely will get my camera fixed. But yeah, so I'm walking next to these little like 30, 40 foot numbers. And then the backdrop by the shore is just hundreds of like 100-foot tall palm trees, looking like something out of a Dr. Seuss book. But yeah, it's in terms of walkability, Hilo's about a 6.5. A lot of times you definitely get sweet smells from like flowers. So far walking here, it's hard to I feel like it's hard to walk too far without running into like local restaurants, which is kind of cool because I don't know any here, and so just walking, like I'll run into a bunch of like kind of little like authentic places. Still trying to get a grasp on the blend of food here. It's such a unique blend. Like the other evening for New Year's Eve, I went to a friend's house just up the block from me, who was a local, and they'd cooked. Her and her family cooked they made like their own sort of barbecue or whatever, their own sort of like, they grilled a bunch of different food and or cooked a bunch of different dishes, and so when I got there, I was thinking maybe it might be like barbecue or maybe some rice. Some like simple barbecue, but what I got was like this funky blend of like teriyaki chicken was one dish. Fried dumplings was another dish. And how's it? What am I leaving out? Teriyaki chicken, fried dumplings, creamed mushrooms, oh man, I'm forgetting, but oh yeah, some white rice, and maybe like one other kind of like chicken or beef or something that that was seasoned in kind of a funky way, like Korean barbecue, like bulgogi, like some kind of weird like. So I'm still trying to like pin. I'm still trying to pin like what the palette for Hawaii is, if that makes sense. I might be using the wrong words, but like what like what sorts of foods are served together. Like I'm still trying to get a feel for that, and it's just so weird and like really like really unique. There's our local frogs out, chirping away. There's what looks like downtown Hilo's like feature restaurant called Pineapples, illuminated in green, just over to the right. I've never been there. I've never been there, but it's always packed. Like, there's always people there. So I'll have to try it at some point. I haven't really felt I don't know, I haven't really had a chance to go like to a sit-down restaurant since I've been here. I feel like I need to get a little bit more settled before I do. I feel like this is about, oh yeah, there's a pole dancing studio right here. That's pretty cool. That's so random. Sushi spot. I kind of hope I can move, I can actually move down here in a bit. I think I'll be closer to work and closer to the shore. Well, closer to work for at least one of my jobs. Kalua pork and pork broccoli, rice and macaroni salad, and one cola for $19.95. That is about New York price. New York pricing. I feel like New York's a little bit less expensive than that. You know, maybe you're only paying $16 for a plate like that in New York. And then coming from Georgia, forget it. Like, you're paying like, I don't know, you're only paying like maybe like $6 or $7 tops but probably around the $5 range if you are not in the city. But if you are, yeah, probably like $6 or $7 top for just a plate of food. Not $20. But I mean, I get it. Tourism. Part of it is tourism, and part of it is what is it called? I guess how much it costs to ship everything here. I think that raises the pricing of just about everything significantly. Now we're back at Antics. Really keep awareness up here. I mean, same as everywhere, I guess. But it's definitely observed here. Passing by the island's yellow fire trucks and the main fire station. Alright, and I'll wrap things up here.